Good morning and welcome again to my office today. You know, the statement, keep calm and carry on, that has become nearly universal today, was first a slogan created to encourage the people of Great Britain in the preparation for World War II. Since then, it has undergone just about every mutation imaginable. As I thought about writing this, I considered that one might well use that slogan today for the church, concerning the alarming undoing of our Judeo-Christian foundations that are quickly being replaced by secular ones. While I am no conspiratorialist, I do think that in the grand scheme of things, this works toward a globalized society where there can be a uniformity of values to match a globalized system of information and trade. In addition to that thought, the philosophical narratives that promote endless, unrestricted expression of desire, coupled with naturalism that views all things without any specified purpose, will eventually mandate a powerful and repressive government. This government will be necessary to control the passions of a population no longer restrained by a fear of God, much less the conscience. Of course, the only thing that stands squarely in its way toward implementation is that troublesome old world of outdated superstition adherence to religion. Therefore, it needs to be removed or at least neutralized in its distinctive claims that center around a resurrected Savior who, as claimed, is coming soon to judge the world and set up his own kingdom. Historically, this plan has been attempted several thousand years ago by a Seleucid ruler named Antiochus III, followed by the dreaded Antiochus Epiphanes. His strategy was to do everything possible to force the Jews to abandon their faith and get with the plan, or what was then the emerging culture of Hellenism. Many did, and some didn't, which led to various conflicts and sufferings. But previous to all of this was a man named Daniel, who had been captive in Babylon. God had revealed information through various means to prepare Daniel's people for difficult times to come, yet with the optimism of a final new day, an everlasting time of peace and fruitfulness. God's intention was if they knew this, they would be able to continue on in faithfulness and hope. This insight was not ignored by Daniel, for in the final moments of his experience, he was told to go his way. And if I get the gist of it, he was to keep calm and carry on, to which he did as a faithful government official. Nowhere do we read that Daniel became clinically depressed, a recluse, joined a militia, or just hunkered down, abandoning his responsibilities. This is most likely because he was well informed of what the prophet Isaiah had written concerning emotional stability and fortitude when he wrote under the inspiration of the Spirit, "In quietness and in trust shall be your strength." The point I'm trying to reach is just as Daniel's well-being was not to be challenged by this ominous foreknowledge of difficult times to come, so neither are present-day alarms, chaos, and various calamities such as our current pandemic, riots, and election year to be your undoing. You are likewise to keep calm and carry on, to live as responsible citizens, being salt and light in this dark world. This is made abundantly clear in the New Testament as Paul writes, "Only let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come and see you or am absent, I may hear of you that you are standing firm in one spirit, with one mind, striving side by side for the faith of the gospel, and not frightened in anything by your opponents." This is a clear sign to them of their destruction, but of your salvation, and that from God. Consider the fact that the pushback from the Roman government only energized the early church and set it into the known world. The only time it failed to carry on was when there was and there is no more resistance. Like the Jews under Antiochus III or the church under Constantine the Great, many just found it easier to adopt the status quo, or as we say, go with the flow, which will eventually fail to keep you calm and will carry you on down a river to some stagnant backwater of uselessness. So, my brethren, keep calm and carry on. As it is said, beloved, we feel sure of better things that belong to salvation. May God bless. Thank you for listening to this.